Hi guys, my name's Sam and I'm a sports therapist in the UK. This video is going to be for 35 minutes and it's going to be covering a Tabata approach to fitness. If you're not aware of what Tabata is, it was brought out in the early to mid noughties and in my opinion it is still one of the best ways to approach a circuit type exercise. So it is designed for people that don't have time. It is designed for you to choose a part of the body that you want to work on and use, let's say, squats. And you would do 20 seconds of squats, variation, or just the standard type. You would have a 10-second break and you would repeat this 7 more times. So you would cover 8 sets. I'm going to take this approach and lead an exercise class to cover an entire body's approach. I'm going to give some variations. For this class, I will have resistance bands, a kettlebell. You will be able to use small hand weights and you have the option of just your body. I really hope you enjoy it. Take your time, watch it first, see if it's for you. Let's go. So, you have your space, let's warm up. Starting with the shoulders, opening up the chest wall, opening up the mechanics of your shoulders and offsetting your weight from side to side. As I said in the intro, it's the morning here in the UK and I'm just making extra special attention that everything is warmed up. Breathing nice and deeply and getting everything moving. From here, we're then going to go to the midsection. So, hands on those hips, nice and gently to start off with, settling your hips and your lower back all into motion. Nice deep breaths. And from here, we're going to transition into the other direction. You'll also be mindful of whether you have a slightly stickier, more restricted side, depending on if you're going clockwise or anti-clockwise. And the other way, last time. You might find that the circles are getting a bit bigger or you're feeling a little looser. And transition. All my joints are letting go. 2, 1. Brilliant. So back to the upper body. We go into these lovely diamond shapes where I'm bringing the hands up and through the shoulder girdle, encouraging the upper back muscles, encouraging my breathing to be long and necessary. No holding breaths. From here, we're going to go below the waist. So I'm going to start with a bit of marching. Here we go. So I'm bringing the knees up just to get the tops of the thighs activated. The stomach engages as I pull the knee up and I'm breathing once again. From here, we're going to bring elbows to knee. So I coordinate the elbow coming across my face, trying not to close down. So if you can't get your elbow to your knee, don't try and touch them because there's a very good chance that you'll bend forwards or you will overextending the knee. So 2, 1, amazing, good. From there, can you do a little gentle kick out? All right, if kicking out or swinging out's too much for the tops of your thighs, then step back and just bring a knee. Okay, step back and just bring a knee up here. All right, but you know your body better than I, and we are just swinging up through. Good. Good. From there, we are just going to go into slide down. So, I'm keeping my spine nice and neutral. I'm activating the glutes and the hips. Tummy. Hamstrings down, back of the legs, thighs up. We can't forget the inside of the legs, guys. So what we're going to do is just take our stride out here and we're going to come down on the inside. Depending on how tight you are on the inside of your legs, your thighs. All comes down to how much range you give it. Depending on your confidence, the back of your legs and the inside of your legs, we start coming down into this more larger dynamic range. Very cool. Last couple. 3, 2, 1. Amazing. Good. And just shake your legs out. Alright, so as I mentioned in the intro, I have bands, I have a kettlebell, and I have ways of making sure that I find exercises that give you the best results, okay? So, Tabata, 20 seconds, alright? Doing the exercise nice and simply, and then we're going to change it on various goes. So, firstly guys, we're going to be starting with the standard squat, okay? So, bum going back, bending at the knees, spine nice and neutral, alright? Off we go, 20 seconds. So, looking at the device, keeping your head neutral, bum going back, seeing what range you've got, keeping it really, really steady. Lovely. And that's time, so that's 20 seconds. We're going to have a 10-second rest and we're going to repeat that, alright? Today, for this session, we are going to go for 5 repetitions. And off you go. So we're doing our standard squat. You might start thinking, oh, I could use hand weights on this. And that's totally fine. Have your hand weights there as you're doing your squats. Brilliant, guys. Nice neutral spine. 2, 1. Brilliant. So, a little shake off again. From there, this is my band variation, guys. I get in it, and I'm going to do the squat with a band. Off we go. So it's a good opportunity for you to get familiar with the contents of the video, and then getting the opportunity to see what variations there are. If you're new to this, you might just want to stay with the body weight exercises. Time! So that is the band variation. 10 seconds, less than that now. I'm now going to use a kettlebell. And off you go, guys. So, this is 4 of 5, okay? I'm keeping count so you don't have to. Brilliant. Keeping that spine neutral. Using the equipment around you or not. Totally fine. And time. Good. So we've got 1 more to go. 1 more to go. This will be our 5 of 5. And then we're going to move on to core. So, ready? Off you go. So, I've gone back to just normal body weight. You may have never moved off it. But using those other pieces of equipment, you now have some options. You could, if you're a kettlebell swinger, do kettlebells. Good. 3, 2, and time. So that was 2.5 minutes in total of squats variations, okay? So now I take my towel, or you may have a mat. We are now going to go for some core exercises. Firstly, guys, if you have a sensitive neck or shoulders, we're going to try and keep our head down on the floor. So we're coming down here, head down, and with that, we're going to go into our bridges, okay? Into our bridges. Off you go. Squeezing the bum, lifting the hips. Squeezing the glutes, lifting the hips. Hands coming underneath. Steady your breath. Brilliant. 5 seconds. Make sure you can feel your hamstrings as well. Time. So that is your first exercise. We're going to repeat that 1 more time. We're going to do bridges 1 more time. And off you go. Breathing through.
Squeezing the bum, lifting the hips, using your hamstrings, which is the back of your legs. 2, 1. Amazing. Please, we're going into a third one now. We're going to use our legs, keeping our head and back down. So from here, we're going to just bring the leg up. If you can do a straight leg, great. If you can't, go for a bent knee. Off you go. If you do halfway of each, it doesn't matter. Just keep the spine down and keep your head down. So we're bringing up that leg. Brilliant stuff. Breathing, keeping the spine nice and elongated. 2, 1. Amazing. So 10-second breather. Good, I hope you're following this okay and it's a good pace for you. So we're going to repeat that one more time. Here we go. And off you go. So you're bringing that leg up. If you are getting any popping or dunking around your pelvis, all right, I don't want you to worry about it. All right, as you're activating your muscles, those things should settle down. So we're coming up. If you do want to investigate what popping is, then leave a comment below and I'll get back to you. This is great, guys, and relax there. So this 5th go is up to you. Are you going to join me in the leg swing or are you going to go back to the bridges? What's it going to be? Ready, ready? Off you go. So, this is your final 5th. Keeping that head down, activating your lower back and making sure that you're using your core muscles. When I say activate your lower back, I mean keep it down. This is brilliant, guys. 3, 2, 1. Wonderful. That was your 5 core exercises. We are now going to go to upper body. So, upper body, guys, I would like you, if you can, to come up onto your knees, all right? And what I'm going to ask you to do, with your thumbs to the rear, I'm going to ask you to do circles. So we've come up onto our knees, our feet are braced behind us on the toes. We're keeping our hips forwards and we're doing small circles to the rear, just opening up our shoulders. This might be enough for you. 20 seconds might be too much. Rest there, all right? Everything I do right now can be done with small hand weights. So the next one we're going to do, again, squeezing the bum, keeping us straight through the core. We're now going to do our reach. Off you go. So we're reaching for the ceiling. We're activating our thighs, but we're using our upper body. Again, remember, you can use those hand weights. Nice deep breath, pushing through. I am going to do the next one from a side view just to give you that profile. Good, we're coming through. Good. 3, 2, 1, 10-second break. Good. So I've got my band, all right? My feet are neutral, I'm straight in the hip, and here we go. So I'm going for shoulder press, using the band for resistance, head neutral. Good. So you could do this with or without the band, just doing the arm movements, squeezing the glutes. Good. Getting the upper body movement and resistance. 5 seconds. 2, 1. Amazing. All right. So we've used the band. We're now going to come down onto our hands and our knees. So our upper body is going to look like this time. Renegade Rose. Now, my lower body or my midline is trying to stay neutral. So please join me. Coming through. Breathing. If you are finding that this is too easy, then this is where you need to work on where your pelvis is. Alright, if you can bring your pelvis down to neutral, that's amazing. Okay, just like that. And rest there. So that is known as Renegade Rose. I'm going to do that one more time, but I'm going to show you with a variation of off my knees. If it is too much, go back onto your knees, but try and keep that core locked down, okay, through the pelvis. So, Renegade Rose is another one that can be done through weights as well, but doesn't have to be. Off you go. So, I'm pulling back, alright? I'm trying to offset my weight, but only marginally from one side to the other. But I'm trying not to twist my hips. Again, if it gets too much, please continue. If you're okay like that, you can come down onto your knees. Alright, and if it's still too much, you can come back slightly through your hips. This is Renegade Rose. 3, 2, 1, relax there. So that's your 5 upper body exercises. What are we going to do now? We're going to go back up onto our feet and we're going to do it all again. Now feel free that if you'd like to, choose one particular exercise and repeat it 5 times using your body weight, using the bands or using the kettlebell. That's your choice now, okay? So let's go for it. I'm going for the kettlebell. What are you going for? 3, 2, 1, begin. So we're back onto those legs. Steady breathing. You're thinking about your range. You're thinking about your spine. And you're thinking about the power that's coming up through your legs. So we're going for our 5 reps. I beg your pardon, our 5 sets. 20 seconds. Time. Brilliant. So you've got your 10-second breather, okay? Relaxing the shoulders. Are you ready? Second set. Off you go. So what my design is for today is to keep this as simple as possible, but to give you variation, to give you choices. After this, guys, I will go back for a band. If you have bands, it gives you an opportunity to see what you can do with them. Lovely. 2, 1, safely. Brilliant. The 10-second breather gives me an opportunity to transition from exercise to exercise. Here we go. Spine neutral. Ready? Go. So you can see now, I'm getting that squat, or I should say a reverse squat, as I am challenging the glutes and the hips through the band. If you like any of these exercises and you haven't thought of them before, please take your time to discover them. Take your time to build up. And again, leave a comment below. Time. Brilliant. All right. So that was our 3rd set. We are now going to go for a slight variation for our 4th. We're going to do our reach for the inside groin. Okay? If this is too much for the inside groin, stick with what you've already decided to do. Ready? Off we go. So I'm just trying to use this video as an opportunity, 1, to build your confidence, 2, to help you explore various movements that your body may need, and 3, give you an opportunity to approach an exercise routine in a slightly different way and hopefully a bit of fun. Good. 3, 2, 1. So we've got one more to go, your last leg exercise, okay? So it is your chance to either follow me or to choose or stay with what you are happy with, okay? So for this one, I'm going to kettlebell swing, all right? Please, if you've not kettlebell swung before, please find a tutorial on it, all right? And then join me if you feel safe to do so. So squats or side lunges or band work, off you go. Kettlebells are a really good way of working the joints, okay, without overloading them. So if you do have unhappy joints at the moment and you're still in the middle of trying to work out what it is, kettlebells is a really good way of stimulating the muscles but not overloading the joints. 3, 2, 1, safely finish. Good. Also about kettlebells, it's all about not overextending the back. It's about using your hips, all right, and breathing through the movement. All right, we're going back into core. So, if you liked what you did before, please stay with some of those ideas. I will remind you. First one, guys, we're going to go into the bridge. First one, we're going to go for the bridge. Down on your back, lifting up those hips by clenching your glutes. Ready? Off you go. Squeezing and driving. All right, we're lifting up. I want to try and keep myself accessible to you through the video, but I'm squeezing and pushing up. Time. Good stuff, all right? I know I keep sitting up. You don't have to in your 10 seconds. I'm now going to use a little hand weight and take it above my head and lift it as I bridge, okay? So it's going to look like this. Here to here. To here, and I'm focusing on my lower back staying down. If you'd like to have a go at it, practice it, pause me, have a go. If it works for you, bring it into the session. Off you go. Normal bridges is totally fine if you need to stay with that. This video is designed to keep you thinking a little about the exercises you like, okay? That's really important. That weight, I'm using my arms. 2, 1. Brilliant. Okay, so that is our second bridge idea. I'm now going to go for those leg exercises again for the core. So head down, and we're either going to bring the knee up, all right, or swing from the hip. Ready, and off you go. Brilliant. So we're coming up, breathing out, using our lower abdominals. If you start feeling your lower back more than your tummy, then bend the knee. Okay, keep it safe. Relax there. All right, my next variation for you is to bring the soles of your feet together and your knees apart. Now please, either lift up, keep the head down, or come up. Come up, breathe out. Have a go. Ready? Off you go. Breathing. You are really using your tummy muscles now, and I'm just moving from upper body to lower body for you to see how it looks. 20 seconds. Time. You have your final core exercise. What are you going to choose to do? Any of those variations? All right, or do you have a favourite of your own? Please choose now. Off you go. Using those lower abs. Keeping the lower back engaged into the floor. Using those abdominal muscles. And time. Brilliant! So that was your 5 sets again with variation. We're now going to come into the upper body, okay? So please, can I ask you, we're going to go into hands and feet. In yoga it's known as bird dog, and what I'd like you to do is go to the alternative side, okay, the diagonal. So you can see I'm just offsetting there so you can see from angles, all right? 20 seconds of bird dog, off you go. So we are stretching out the hand, We are pushing the heel to the rear and we are lifting the tummy up to the spine. Now you might be feeling the stomach now after that second core. I want you to steady your breath. I want you to make sure you're moving through the true range. And although I'm speaking to you, I really would like you, once you've got used to the exercise, rest there, to try and keep your head neutral, your neck neutral, okay? So, Renegades, remembering from the knee, through the hips, off the knee, what works for you, okay? So, Renegades is pulling the elbow up. Off you go, guys. So we've got this one, hips through, lifting up. You also could use that as a variation. If you are trying to build up through your strength, then you can build up through your range. You will know yourself what works for you. And time. See, 20 seconds, they're flying by, okay? Keeps you safe, but it keeps things interesting. Can we do that again? But this time, can you choose the one you want to challenge yourself with? Ready? Off you go. So you'll note I'm keeping that body nice and straight. Pulling the elbow back, squeezing the shoulder blades. This is what it looks like in a neutral position. And again, anytime you need to, come down on the knees. Time! So, we have one left to do. And what we're going to do, please, is you are going to choose whether you just do single hands, with or without hand weights, or do you use a resistance band and do the overhead shoulder press. So, set yourself up. Ready? What are you going to do? Off you go. So I've chosen this one, but you may want to do the single hand where you just come up like this. All right? But it's about bracing through the glutes, through the core. Nice deep breath. Feeling that upper body. 3, 2, 1. And relax there. So we have now done 2 sets, okay, of each area. To finish off today's session, I'd like to invite you to join me to do a variation of all areas. So we'll start with the legs, we'll go into the core, we'll go for the upper body, we're going to do a mobility, and then we're going to start our cool down stretch in the last section. Okay, so please join me on your feet. 20 seconds of a leg exercise. So please, let's keep this simple. Squats, sides, okay, or simply marching on the spot. I'd like you to choose one of them now. I will be going for squats. Ready, and off we go. So 20 seconds. Thank you ever so much for joining me through this session. I do hope it is helpful and beneficial to you, and I will be following up with more, so please leave any suggestions in the comments. 3, 2, 1. So that was your legs. Remembering, when you do this video again, you can pause me and continue. Alright, you can choose various exercises and stick with them, but now we're going into the core. So, mat, or if you're on a carpet, you might be okay. Please, for this 20 seconds, bridges. Bridges, guys. And off we go. Bringing those hips up. Bringing the arms underneath you. Squeezing. Lifting. Breathing. 3, 2, 1. Amazing. Guys, upper body please. What's it going to be for you? Is it going to be the reach? Is it going to be the Renegades? Okay, I'm going for the reach. Please have the confidence and make the decision of what you want to do. 20 seconds, ready, off you go. So whatever you've chosen to do, concentrate on the points that have been given. Please watch this video through for your comfort, and I will be putting additional notes in the area underneath the video. 3, 2, 1. Amazing. So, mobility. What I would like from you, please, is child's pose. Okay. Into drop down. Child's pose into drop down. If you need to just stagger back up and then go for it, then please do. You come down, relax, work your way back. Okay, join that with me now, please. All right, so while you're doing that, breathing, coming through. 3, 2, 1, relax there. And finally, can I ask you to start your cool down? All we're going to do on the hands and knees here is drop under and come up. Okay, drop under and come up. Change over, please. I really do hope that today has been something beneficial, helpful, and well paced. Very happy to have any feedback, very happy to discuss anything that might need to be commented. Last one, please. Brilliant. From there, guys, I've come up, all right, hips through, and what I would like you to do is to turn and touch, turn and touch. Now, you can have soft feet, or you can brace the toes, stretching through the range. 2, 1, brilliant. From there, please, can I ask you to come up into a lunge, okay? So, from here, hands come up, thigh vertical, tummy in, and push up and down with the hands and the knee. And seeing if you can feel a stretch down through the thigh muscle. Stretching, breathing, and relaxing. Tabata is my favourite style of exercise. I think it's fun. I think it keeps variation really very much alive. And it gives you quite a lot of options. And I have been very conscious today of not overcomplicating. Okay? So remember, when you follow this video, if you use it as part of your routine, guys, once again, nice vertical, hands up, push down and push up, but breathe. If you use this as part of your routine, if you want to pre-organise the exercises you want to do and just use me as a tempo, all right, as a pace, then that's absolutely fine. Good. 3, 2, 1, relax there. From there, can I ask you to step up? And please, we're going to go down into raggy doll, dropping down. Feeling the stretch through the glutes. So here, if it's all in there, then I want you to come up slightly and bend the knees, okay? And work that lower spine. All right, loosen off that lower spine. But if you're okay, and you've been down here for the time I've just spoken about that other area, then please gently come up. Everybody gently come up. Shake out those legs. Okay, we're going to do that one more time, please. Going to come on down. Nice and relaxed through the neck and the shoulders. Coming down. Breathing. And once again, steadily come up. And please, into those diamonds. Breathing into the rib cage. Breathing into the shoulders. Three, two, one. Amazing shake out. So, my name's Sam. I'm a sports therapist in the UK, and that was my Tabata workout. Thank you for joining me. Any feedback, any comments, please put them in there and below. And also, if you like what I'm doing, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe, and you will see more of my contents. Thank you ever so much. Take care.